Throughout the series of Skibidi Toilet, some of the most powerful Titans have unlocked insane upgrades. These include cool weapons, unique abilities, or even some mysterious transformation that you wouldn't believe. Now you might be wondering how much of the difference these modifications actually make. Well, don't worry, because in today's episode, I'll break down these upgrades, comparing their weakest to their most powerful forms. You see, Titan Cameraman is the very first Titan introduced in the Skibidi Toilet series, making his debut in episode 18. Let's start with his original form, known as version 1.0. In this form, the Titan Cameraman is a massive, towering figure who is part of the Cameraman army. Now, let's dive into his combat abilities. One of his key powers is the Core Flame. This ability allows him to unleash a powerful flame from his core that burns the toilet enemies in front of him. The closer the enemy is, the more damage they take from this intense heat. Next is the Finger Blaster, a temporary weapon that Titan Cameraman used during an upgrade phase. However, it wasn't particularly powerful, so it wasn't his best weapon. He also has a Riot Shield. This huge shield is mounted on his back and, when used, can cover almost all of Titan Cameraman's body, offering him significant protection. He's also equipped with a lens and a jetpack, though those are pretty straightforward, so there's no need to explain them in detail. While his 1.0 form was already impressive, his upgraded form is even more powerful and advanced. This upgraded version of Titan Cameraman made a much-awaited comeback in episode 50. Let's dive into his combat abilities. He now has a mechanical railgun. This is one of his primary weapons and is located on his right arm. It allows him to fire a series of energy blasts in quick succession, making it a very formidable weapon. He also has shoulder grenade cannons. These cannons are mounted on his shoulders and can switch between two modes, cameras and cannons. Another new addition is the magnetic gravity gun. This gravity gun can be swapped out with his regular hand. It's incredibly powerful, as demonstrated when he easily pulled Titan Speakerman towards him using this weapon. Everything else about Titan Cameraman also got upgraded, making him even stronger. But for now, this summary should give you a good idea of his abilities. The next Titan on our list is the fan favorite, Titan Speakerman. He's a giant humanoid robot built from the parts of the Speakerman and was made by the Alliance. Titan Speakerman made his first appearance in episode 26. He's known for achieving many impressive combat feats, which earned him a reputation as one of the strongest members of the Alliance. Talking about his fighting abilities, he can perform some cool aerial maneuvers. He can do things like flying kicks, long-range attacks while in the air, and basic hand-to-hand combat using two melee weapons. He also has a hand-mounted blaster that shoots plasma spheres, which are powerful energy balls. One of his unique features is his set of speakers, which can blast loud music and sound waves, adding another layer to his combat abilities. Like Titan Cameraman, he also has a jetpack, but interestingly, due to his slim configuration, he can move very fast. Although Titan Speakerman's original form was quite strong, his upgraded version is even better. His weapons have mostly stayed the same since his first appearance. Out of the three Titans, he's the one with the fewest weapons, but he still packs a punch with the tools he has. Upgraded arm plasma cannons, which are powerful cannons attached to his arms. He also has a laser beam that comes from his reactor core, which is located in his chest. In addition to these weapons, he also has more powerful speakers and a large dagger. That can be seen in episode 73, where he fights against G-Toilet. This dagger is slightly large and made the G-Toilet lose his eye, so I think we'll see him get a major upgrade soon that could make him much more powerful. Tell me in the comments if you also think so. The next Titan we're discussing might just be the most powerful Titan ever shown in the series. However, it's important to note that this Titan isn't from the original Skibidi Toilet series. He's from the Skibidi Toilet Multiverse. His combat abilities are incredibly powerful. He can use abilities like Slow Time, where he slows down everything around him, Time Reverse, which lets him turn back time to undo events, and Complete Time Stop, where he can freeze everything in place for a period of time. These powers alone make him a formidable opponent, but that's not all he has. Titan ClockMan is also equipped with a clock gun. This weapon is attached to the side of his hand and can shoot different colored orbs, each with its own unique effect, depending on which color the Titan chooses. The orbs come in three colors: yellow, red, and green. Another weapon in his arsenal is the Clock Shuriken. These are sharp, clock-shaped projectiles that are released from his back. Once they're in the air, they can change direction and slice through their targets with precision. If you think Clock Titan 1.0 is overpowered, the upgraded Titan ClockMan is even more incredible. He now has a massive golden body with a shiny core that's protected by a glass layer. His body is also filled with gears and cogs, adding to his clockwork appearance. Now, let's talk about his combat upgrades. First is the Quad Clock Gun. This is an advanced version of his original clock gun, but but with 4 blasters instead of just 1. It works as an automatic ranged weapon, and what's even more impressive is that the bullets it fires can freeze time for his enemies, making them helpless in battle. Titan ClockMan also has levitating blades. He has 6 blades attached to his shoulders and thighs, and these blades can launch themselves into the air, change direction, and crash into his enemies, causing massive damage. Another powerful ability is clock possession. He has clock-shaped discs on his waist, and when he releases these discs, they can take control of his enemies, and that's not all. He also wields the legendary Golden Excalibur, but we'll save the details of this weapon for another episode. Besides these weapons, Titan ClockMan has several other incredible abilities, including time illusion, which can create deceptive images, a time-freezing dome that stops time in a large area, and holographic shield for defense, future sight to see what's coming next, and mind manipulation to control the thoughts of his enemies. The next Titan on our list is the former main antagonist of the Skibidi Toilet series, the G-Toilet. He is famous for his incredible strength and laser eyes. G-Toilet's arrival on Earth is the reason that caused all those Skibidi toilets to start popping up. Now, let's dive into his combat skills and abilities. First is laser eyes, which can cause massive destruction and are powerful enough to make the Titan Cameraman retreat, as seen in episode 20. Just so you know, the G-Toilet decoy doesn't count because his lasers aren't a natural ability. High battle IQ. G-Toilet is also really smart when it comes to fighting. He's known for coming up with clever strategies that trick his opponents. For example, while fighting the Cinema Titan, Bro bait himself so that other Skibidi Toilet and infected Speakerman could attack him. High durability, Bro took a lot of damage, but always survived somehow. 2 large cameramen tried to climb onto him and flush him, but G-Toilet didn't go down. Instead, his head just spun around to remove his enemy. Even without upgrades, Bro is super strong. But let's talk about his upgraded form, G-Toilet 4.0, which first appeared in episode 67. This version looks different and comes with some impressive new features. Laser cannons. G-Toilet 4.0 now has 9 laser cannons that shoot yellow lasers, each one causing serious damage. The biggest upgrade is the reactor core. It's the first Skibidi Toilet to have one, and it can launch orbs of various colors with different types of attacks and functionality. For example, in episode 72, G-Toilet almost lost a fight to the detainer Astro Toilet, but he used his smart tactics to turn the battle around. He started by using a normal orb to make the bozo feel proud, then used 2 orbs to make him think that now it's 2 rather than 1. But in real, the 2 orbs were actually hypnosis orbs, which left the detainer Astro Toilet critically injured. If it weren't for the juggernaut Astro Toilet's interference, the detainer would have been finished. G-Toilet has many more cool abilities like a powerful sonic scream, a unique intuition, and a 360-degree yellow energy shield, but I think that's enough for now. The next Titan on our list is Counter Titan, an antagonist of the multiverse created by Alpha. This Titan is as big as upgraded Titan Drillman. He's surrounded by floating energy orbs, shown to have a large number of abilities that fill several roles, making him a truly powerful entity. Talking about abilities, his main ability is weapon mimicry. Yes, you heard it right. He can copy abilities of other enemies' weapons to make himself a new weapon to fight them. So far, he copied Titan Drillman's drill, Titan Cameraman's hammer, Titan TV Man's energy blade, and the most important one is upgraded Titan ClockMan's clock slasher, which was surprising. So, adding all of these, he has a lot of abilities altogether. Next is teleportation. He can teleport using a type of abyss portal generated by a device that Alpha uses. Tentacles. He has long tentacles that can smash enemies. He started with 1 tentacle that had a purple laser cannon, but he can grow more and equip them with the weapons he copies. Plus, Bro has a rage mode that likely boosts his strength and powers, though we didn't get to see it in action because Titan ClockMan defeated him first. You might wonder why he upgrades if he's already so strong, and you are right. Currently, only few things are noticed in the upgrade. First, all of his purple features have been replaced with green, as seen in episode 39, part 2. This is because the Counter Titan body is now controlled by C-Pen. And second, his tentacles got an upgrade. Instead of shooting a laser beams, he is now capable of shooting an orb that will launch to the enemies. Overall conclusion, he's a very strong entity and a foe. Let's move to our next Titan, who is the strongest among the Alliance members of the original Skibidi Toilet series. Unlike Titan Speakerman, this guy got a lot of upgrades, but let's first talk about his first form. Titan TV Man has a giant black CRT monitor for a head, showing white screen. His chest has a circular core that glows ominously purple, and he has large black claws on his shoulders with purple accents. Let's dive into his combat abilities. One of his key powers is Death Screen. This ability is unique to him and projects a red screen that can hypnotize enemies and drive them to harm themselves. In episode 47, it didn't kill G-Toilet, but it made him lose his laser eye due to too much exposure. Other than that, he has shoulder claws used for melee attacks and grapple hooks on his elbows to trap enemies and pull them in, combining that with the Death Screen. The weakness to their screens was very simple. A sunglasses, which was later countered by an upgrade known as Cinnamon. If you want a detailed video covering every upgrade, then tell me in the comments, and also tell me which Titans should I cover in detail. Now, let's move on to Upgrade Titan TV Man 2.0. After his defeat in episode 47, he made a dramatic comeback in episode 66 as the final hope for the Alliance. Let's talk about his combat abilities. First off, he now has detachable multiple screens which are equipped with dual laser cannons and can attack enemies in all directions. These screens can use all of his previous abilities, including the orange incineration screen from TV Woman, purple hypnotic screen, and of course, the death screen. He now has triple-bladed claws that are stronger and can poison enemies. For defense, he's got metal plates which can be seen on his knees, chest, back, and shoulders to protect himself and his screens. One of his coolest upgrades is a detachable energy blade, which he can teleport in battle. His reactor core now has several functions. It boosts his allies' speed and durability, launches giant purple energy orbs, absorbs enemy attacks, and emits a powerful disintegrator beam that can disintegrate materials. He also has new upgrades like deflection, which you can see in episode 71 when he deflected missiles, and parasite protection that works even if his head is detached, as shown in episode 68. Lastly, he has a thunderstorm smog that helps him and his allies teleport as seen in episode 74 when Cameraman and Speakerman were running towards him. I think that should be enough talking about his upgrades. Next up is Titan Drillman from the Skibidi Toilet Multiverse. He first appeared in episode 9, where he showed off his power by destroying several Skibidi toilets. Titan Drillman is great at close combat, but he also has some ranged abilities. Now, let's talk about his combat and abilities. First is Drill Head, which can be moved anywhere and can drill through the enemies. Also, his head has a jetpack which helps him escape from danger. Next is Laser Core, which is used to push back and damage the enemy. Although it cannot penetrate shields, yet it is capable of knocking them back. He also uses clock technology, which lets him keep moving even after getting hit by clock blasters. Most standout ability is Self-Destruction, which he can do while flying on a transport ship with Chief Drillman and his spirit, launching 2 missiles to cause a massive explosion. He's got 4 hand modes: Drill Mode, Claw Mode, Regular Hand Mode, and Elbow Knobs, making him pretty versatile. Now, let's talk about his upgraded form 2.0. Nah, that is not his final form. His actual final form is Dragon Titan Drillman. In this form, he transforms into a dragon with glowing red wings, becoming more beast than machine. Let's dive into his combat abilities. Powerful Photon Blast. In combat, Dragon Titan Drillman can unleash a powerful photon blast, similar to how dragons breathe fire. Detachable Hand. In episode 39, we see him detach his hand and launch it at enemies, dealing serious damage, even knocking mutant Skibidi Toilet back to where Titan TV Man stands. Laser Wings. He also fires 6 red lasers from his wings and can fly, giving him a big advantage in battle. His wings also help him control his movements better. Energy Shield. He now has an energy shield, as seen in episode 40, where he protected everyone. No brain cell. The ability of not to think and just willing to fight. Nah, just kidding. There is no such ability. One interesting fact is that it's still unclear whether he remains fully conscious in his dragon form or if he loses control. He's the 2nd tallest Titan in the multiverse, confirmed by Dom himself on his Discord. Next on our list is a special mention. The only female Titan in the whole series, Titan Pencil Woman, the strongest of her kind. She made her first appearance in episode 38, entering the battlefield through a portal created by Pencil helicopters. Now let's talk about her combat abilities. Reanimating Core. This is one of her most unique powers, where she uses her core to draw and bring things to life. Seems like a broken ability, but believe me, she is currently not much strong as seen in the series. Next is Minigun. In episode 40, she made 2 miniguns using this power, which defeated some of the Skibidi toilets. Armed Helicopters. In episode 38, she created armed helicopters to fight her enemies. Unlike other Titans, she's more of a support Titan and isn't as strong in direct combat, but don't underestimate her. She has a rage mode. Pencil Launcher. In episode 38, she used her pencil launcher to take out a group of Skibidi toilets. It's one of her strongest weapons. Pencil Missile Rain. She can also summon a Pencil Missile Rain, launching pencils from the sky to hit multiple enemies with precision. This is great for attacking large groups at once. Another cool ability is her Eraser Hand, which can erase anything it touches. We first saw this in episode 39 part 2, where she erased the jaw and neck of a Skibidi toilet, instantly defeating it. Animated Shield. She can create an animated shield from her core, strong enough to block an attack from Titan Drillman. She often uses this shield to protect her allies as well. The reason of its strength is that this shield is created from her core. Lastly, she has a laser core that can fire a powerful laser beam. With all these abilities, and being the only female Titan in the series, it'll be exciting to see what her upgraded form might look like, because she hasn't been upgraded yet. That raises the question, which Titan should get an upgrade in the near future? For me, I think our beloved Titan Speakerman deserves one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay guys, that was it for today's episode. If you want more of these videos, make sure to like and subscribe.